what it is that I did. I don't know what I pressed. I hope you guys can get back to it. PG, you still hanging out with me? Hell no. If this doesn't do it. So I can still see the chat going on my end. Here, look. Watching videos. Ah, PG says I'm back. Okay. Okay. So I'm back. I guess you guys can't see this because it's not on the thing. We're just gonna go. We're gonna just start pressing buttons. All right, we're just pressing buttons. Let's get back to this 30-minute start. PG says I'm back. I'm gonna roll with it for now. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't even know. I try to do everything, but we keep getting these gremlins, man. Ah! Let's go back to the videos. Aha!
say drive with friends who know how to drive next time, and then this wouldn't happen.
Fuck, bro. How the fuck do you fuck up that hard, man?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Hilarious. I'm fucking laughing. Wow.
Well, you gotta get the angle. That's a problem. Is that these antennas?
It looks really good.
Let's go, bro.
What it is.
Let's
That's
go.
amazing. Just TIE Fighter.
Is it breaking up for you out there?
Not crazy, yeah.
You get straight up here. Don't hit us, man.
I got you, bro. One more.
Yeah. Yeah, take it to the Intercontinental. Oh, that was sexy.
Oh, I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, the other way.
No, I was gonna go up and dive it again, but I saw
No, you're at
3.5.
3.5, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
How is reception for me here? See, it's looking good here, dude.
Oh, you gotta go up? Yeah, in the garage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, straight, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey, you can set up a whole fucking MultiGP track from there and go.
For real. Oh, that's a fucking thing in my way.
It's the thing in your way? Is that what you were saying on mic? Okay.
party tonight. Alright! We're gonna have a TV party, alright! Tonight! We've got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. All our friends are gonna hang out here tonight. Alright! We'll pass out on the couch. Alright! Tonight! We've got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Don't talk about anything else. We don't wanna know. We're dedicated to our favorite show. That's incredible! Hill Street Blues! Dallas! Wednesday! We sit glued to the TV set all night! And every night! Why go into the outside world at all? It's such a fright! We've got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. TV news shows what it's like out there. It's a scare! You can go out if you want. We wouldn't dare! We've got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Don't talk about anything else. We don't wanna know. We're dedicated to our favorite shows. Saturday Night Live, Monday Night Football, Dynasty, Friday. I wouldn't be without my TV for a day, or even a minute. I don't even bother to use my brain anymore. There's nothing left in it. We've got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Hey, wait a minute. My TV set doesn't work. It's broken. Hey, this isn't fair. What are we gonna do tonight? We're hurting. We've got nothing left to do. Left with no TV and just a couple of brews. What are we gonna talk about? I don't know. We're gonna miss our favorite shows. No! That's incredible! No! Hill Street Blues! No! Dallas! No! Wednesday! No TV party tonight! You're trying to kill me! You're killing me, man!
Alright, what is going on, everybody out there in YouTube's land? I gotta share my screen to the man behind the curtain. He's hanging out, he's waiting, you know him. You love him. Let me press the right button. He's right here.
Hello.
Nope.
Wait,
Just kidding.
Oh.
Aha, I got you guys. Y'all thought that I had my shit together. Haha, you should have known better. Give me a second. Where are you?
You're
Oh,
pop me out, bruh.
yeah, let's see. Alright. So, let's do this. Just pop him out. Just popped. Alright, now we can.
Ain't nobody finger popping nobody's assholes.
No, oh, don't pop my asshole. Why want to do that, window? It says no.
Oh, this is happening. What's going on, chat? How are you guys?
What
are
is
you
going
guys up
on?
to?
I'm trying to figure out how computers
Night Train,
work.
PG, what's up? Who else is here? Wallbanger, hell yeah. Tickles, what up?
Ticklies. Okay.
Air Nerd,
To do it? Nope.
Windjumby,
Why would
what
I?
up? What up?
I've got you popped out
Boosters
now.
way up at the top.
We'll figure. Like I said, I'll figure out how to make all this stuff work. Properties. Where? Share flow. Discord. No. Maybe because I popped you out. That's exactly what it is. It's because I popped it out instead of kept it in the Discord window. So it was a different source that I'm not used to. Okay, now computer is working, internet is going on, and people can see your shining face. What up, Mr. 608? How are you tonight?
What up?
So before you popped on,
I'm chilling like a villain.
I was. Oh wait, I've still got to share my screen, don't I?
No,
Before
I'm watching. I'm watching.
before
It's
I
just showing
popped
Discord
on,
to me,
well,
but
before
whatever.
you popped on, you said, did I not do it? Did I do it? Nope. Wrong one. You said you were eating some cereals. What'd you get?
It was oh, what can I think?
This is a very
I'm having a
important
brain
question.
fart. I know, I now I'm put on the spot and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I had some what is it? It's 2 scoops Raisin Bran Crunch. There we go.
Ooh, Raisin Bran Crunch with the granola?
Yeah. Yep. Little
Dude,
clusters in it.
you know,
Yeah. It's the
10 to
bomb.
15 years ago, I would have just been like, man, you old fogey. You're just an old, wrinkly grandpa man eating your Raisin Bran. Now it's like, dude, I'll even go out and add more raisins. Like, I'll grab a bag of my kids' raisins.
And
And I'll
sometimes
just,
2 scoops ain't enough. Yeah.
bro, sometimes you need all the scoops.
That's why I like the crunch because it gives that little bit of difference in there. And who doesn't like granola or oat clusters? Like
Dude,
it's a good variety for their cereal.
it was
That's
like
for sure.
it was like a week or so ago. Tegan ate the last of the cereal, and so like when I tipped the bowl or the box over, I got like, 6 pieces of cereal, and I'm sitting here
I
like,
do
dang
that
it,
shit.
like I was ready. So we had a bag of granola, and I poured that into the bowl, and I topped it off with some
Ooh.
milk. It was still good. It was delicious. It's not the same. I mean, it's you gotta have something with that flaky or I don't
Yeah,
know.
just a bowl of granola. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that being too great. I
Well, go ahead. You said
I just came off of like a peanut butter Captain Crunch kick, so I needed,
um.
something to bring me back down.
So my kid's weird. He goes in between back and forth whether he likes food or he doesn't. And it's like he eats some foods all the time, and then tomorrow it's like, I don't like that. It's
I'm
gross.
over it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yep.
and he will physically like act like he's gagging like peanut butter. Peanut butter is the
Mhm.
example that I'm going with right now. He eats peanut butter and jelly all the time. What kid doesn't, right? Eats peanut butter and jelly all the time. I tried to give him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich the other day, and he was sitting in the living room going, and I turned on the corner. I'm like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" It's like, "This is gross," and I'm like, "Dude, it's peanut butter and jelly. I'm eating one too." Anyways, I took a piece of celery, which he doesn't like. He doesn't like anything that's green, vegetable wise. And I don't know if your mom or if like it for me it was actually my kindergarten teacher. It was probably where I first had it was the ants on a log, where you take a piece
Oh
of
yeah, I
celery,
love ants
smear
on
a
a log.
oh
Yeah.
dude. And so I made some ants on a log and put it on his tray or on his plate the other day. dude just munched the shit out of it. This is the first time I ever seen him eat something green. So weird. Anyway, welcome to Quad Corner, where we talk about drone stuff and how weird my kid is.
Whatever, yeah.
You know?
Nah, my kid's been on a salad kick lately.
No
Like,
way.
he'll
How
have
do
a
you do
salad
that?
for breakfast sometimes. Dude, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Just out of nowhere, he's like, yeah, you know what? Salads are good. I want it. It's like, all
I
right.
blame
You
it on
really
his
like,
mom, because mom doesn't like salads. She'll eat green things every once in a while, depending on like how I cook it and stuff. But for the most part, she's not really into vegetables and greens. So I think that is just transferred over to Tekin, even though he hasn't even had most of the stuff before.
he just learned it by
yeah, just
watching.
because
Yeah.
mom's like, no, I don't want it. He's sitting here going, nah.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever. Oh man,
Look at
PG
that. That makes
making
sense.
you hungry, bro. It's 8:41 here.
Yeah, man.
Woo, dinner time was a
Central
little while
Standard
ago.
Time.
We should be snacking right now. I could go for some more snackage, but anyways, welcome to Quad Corner, guys. What's going on, everybody? So I know, let's see, the FPTV guys. As you saw, Mike Drones was killing it in the very beginning of our little segment thing here. FPTV guys met up and killed Detroit. It looked like they took a little trip up to the Michigan and had some fun with all these bandos. Other than that, I know that there is Mayhem is coming up right around the corner for all you MultiGP fans. If you
I
haven't,
thought Mayhem already happened.
did it? Did I already miss that? You know what? You know how the best way to find out if we've seen something or not? We go over here. We go to the hot corner. Uh-oh. Our host got...
Oh,
we're suspended.
I'll have to look into that.
Oh, well. Well, we do it live.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties, everybody understands. We do it live. We'll figure it out. We'll
Let me
bring it
write
back
that
up.
down so I don't forget that.
But
That's important.
so it sounds like I missed the Mayhem. I was actually looking forward to watching that, because if you guys have never watched team racing, Mayhem is the epitome of it's insanity. It's absolute madness. It's 24 hours worth of team racing. It's not like 24 straight. There is a break in between, but it's pretty much like 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Well, no, like 11 and a half on, a break, and then the rest is race 2. It's insane. Other than that, in the FPV world, I learned how to see latitude and longitude on charts. I know how to find my NOTAMs. I'm pretty sure I can distinguish which airspaces are on the map. We're getting there. I'm about 60 something, 68%, somewhere in there, the high 60s% in my FAA course, or my drone course. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, charts suck. They're easy. I mean, like, once you grasp the concept of like what everything is and how to read it, and they give you the list right there. I mean, if you really don't know, if you didn't take notes yourself and you're just trying to coast on through, they give you a legend on the map, so you can pretty much figure it out. But like it's so time consuming trying to do it all and to figure it all out. And it's not hard math or anything, but it's just like I'm using my brain in places where I didn't think that I was really gonna need to use my brain, because I can just look at certain things and go, that's a certain class airspace that I don't need to be in. That's really tall. I can't hit that. Like, I don't know, but like it says do not eat on to preparation H because you have to, you know. So I guess that's the case, but man, I'm like 2 steps away from being out of charts and done with that whole situation and done with the regular that part. I'm just looking forward to get done with it. What have you been up
Yeah,
to, my man?
and it's kind of hard to like. It's kind of hard to know what to study more on, just because the questions are a random grab. So like, you may not even get a lot of questions in something you're proficient in. You know,
Yeah.
like that's what happened. Like I'm comfortable with maps and charts and stuff. And I was looking forward to getting a bunch of those questions because that would be a bunch less of something I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But it turned out I only had like 3, maybe 4 map questions. And I was like, dang.
Well, like I said, I've been using the course the Pilot Institute, um, and for somebody
Nice.
like me who I need somebody to walk me through most everything. Most everything. This stream did not run before 608 came into the picture. My computer,
It ran just fine.
eh, it had some hiccups. It had some hiccups and bumps, and you smoothed a lot of it out. But even like my physical computer, somebody had to walk me through it. You helped me in different parts, but like Omni, MOSFET Slayer had to like physically come over and help me out with this thing because
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I learn from somebody being there, somebody helping me, guiding me through it. Because once I see it done or whatever, I got it. I'm down. But so the Pilot Institute is, like I said, what I've been taking. It's a lot of random information. A lot of it you're gonna look at and you're gonna go, why in the hell do I need to know this? I'm never gonna fly a B-52. I I swear to God, I'm not gonna fly into an airspace where they're shooting artillery. I swear to it. Promise. On my life. But I mean, you got to learn every little piece. And honestly, it's probably good information to know, especially if you want to go, farther into it. Once you're like, you know what, this drone thing is really cool. Maybe I can get a pilot's license and stuff. Like, that
It's
information
more or
is
less
there.
a
So
license
yeah,
to learn.
yeah,
It's not stating
exactly.
that you are an expert in anything. It's just stating that you either know the information or know where to find the information if something were to become, questionable.
Absolutely. And I will say that they have a section where you can place. I don't know why I'm about to put this back. A place where you can put a comment after each kind of question and things, and they're pretty good about responding to you. But I actually asked or put that into a comment where it's just like, this is kind of old and outdated. It should be kind of updated with the times, but it is nice to know, a little bit more information. And the response was that this course really isn't designed to just pass the test. If you wanted to just pass the test, you could pretty much do it on your own. You could look at
Yeah.
charts, you could learn how to do it, you could learn how to read latitude, longitude, you can understand, the talk from from an air traffic control tower or whatever. I mean, all the information is out there for you. But what this course is trying to do is trying to give you the broad spectrum of information of everything,
Yeah.
so you have everything plus what you need to know. So like I said, I don't know, for me I kind of like it, but it is an extra added layer of stress at points because there's a lot of stuff where it's like I get this, but then there's a lot that's just like there's so much information piled on top. I just hope that goes away. I don't know. But it's a lot of fun. Like I said, if you're interested in getting your 107 or looking into it, if you're kind of like me and you might need a little extra help, look into the Pilot Institute and check them out. There's no affiliation, there's no sponsor or anything. Just giving you guys a heads up for where I'm at. But let's
yeah,
see.
man.
Night train, halfway in a remote pilot course. Hate to study. Oh, dude, me too. So there's like 6 questions, don't even count. Go to red, test question. Oh, right on. So it sounds like Night Train is. Yeah. Yeah, so it sounds like Night Train is probably doing the same course. Air books, 107 for dummies if you like to read. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I would imagine there would be a 107 for dummies book. So, but I mean, for real, if you're, if you're fairly smart and you can catch on to things fairly easy just by reading it, seeing some diagrams and going, oh yeah, that makes sense, connecting those dots, more power to you. Save yourself that money. Like, it's not expensive, but the course is what, $130, $150, something like that. Guaranteed, whatever.
Yeah, if you don't pass it, you get your money back and whatnot.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's cool and all, but I mean, I'm sure a PDF of a 107 for dummies is probably pretty easy attainable, you know. But no, I didn't buy into Ken Heron. No, it's Greg something or another. I don't know. He seems like a nice guy, but he seems kind of like a wiener. But whatever. I will say so. All right, so you have your 107.
Yep.
When you were in I'm trying to think of how I want to ask this. Okay. So basically, I'm starting to understand a little bit more about the, commercial side of piloting, which in turn is making you learn about airspace that is restricted, or you can't really fly and all this other stuff. Us as freestyle pilots in general turn our shit all the way up to 100 milliwillies and take it off of the 25 megs, put it onto 50, and blow everything out of the sky. We want to fly wherever the hell we want to, when we want to. I guess my question is, like, when you started to learn about these airspaces and about the regulations and things like that of 107, as well as just the like what we should know as recreational pilots as well, and the information we should use as recreational pilots. When you started to learn that, did your perception kind of change as far as like where it was that you were flying as of compared to where you are now going to fly? I mean, does that all kind of make sense, or did I jumble that up?
Yeah, but I mean, I was always aware of airspace to begin with, I guess. Like, we're flying stuffs. So I kind of knew that there were rules to it and whatnot before getting my 107.
See,
If that answers it.
you kind of one of the smart ones. Well, I'm just starting to get kind of that conscience on my shoulder kind of thing going, you might not want to fly here anymore. Because like so Kansas City is pretty broad as far as the metro area, and it's about 6 to 8 cities all jam-packed and thrown into one, and we all call it just Kansas City abroad, But there are airports all over the place. Some are commercial, and then there are some that are private. and now learning about spaces and how much, of a diameter ring and everything it's encompassing and the height restrictions and stuff like that. I've seen GoPro footage that I found um of these spots that people have hit that would technically not be flyable if you were to look on a chart.
I mean, there's apps and stuff that tell you if the airspace you're trying to fly in is okay or not.
Well,
You know,
I didn't have those apps downloaded beforehand,
this is
but I
all
do
theoretical.
now.
This is just a question. It didn't happen, but yeah.
No, it didn't happen. Like I said, I found all these SD cards in a pile, in this area.
In a pile of hobos.
There was a pile of hobos that traded them a sack of Wendy's hamburgers for a GoPro session, and it just happened to have an SD card in it. And things happen, but yeah, like I'm saying, like, I don't know, I still have the drive of a freestyle pilot rebel kind of guy who's like, yeah, I'm gonna fly wherever I want to, whenever I want to, however I want to, yeah, but now it's like, maybe I'll look first, maybe I'll check, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, and you said it yourself. Like, when you didn't realize that there was all that there, it wasn't something you thought of. You didn't give a shit about it.
Mm-mm.
But now that you are aware of it, you're kind of like, oh, shit.
Yep.
Yep.
It hasn't killed a lot of stuff, but it is regulated. It is regulated.
I mean, it always has
spots.
been, though. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't change. It doesn't change it. It's like those have been in place since
sure.
we started droning. It's just you didn't know about it until
Sure.
now. So it's like you kind of like, I don't know, play it smart. If you're hitting a bando and you're mostly inside, but you're close to an airport, like, I don't, like, you're not flying up into planes, you're not on their fucking radar, you're staying in the buildings and whatnot. I don't think you're going to have cops rolling in. But at the same time, if you do have cops rolling, realize that that is something you could get fucking tagged with, like
Yeah.
flying in regulated airspace and whatnot. Now, I don't know how often that happens and whatnot, like, because
Well,
I
as
don't.
of right now, probably not that much. But
I don't.
once remote
Well, yeah, and I
viewing
don't know
goes
too
into
many
effect,
people who even have gotten tickets for flying and whatnot, and what those tickets were
Sure.
and were for, So it's like, it's.
Yeah, because they have to be able to prove without a doubt that this is you, and that's
I mean,
that's
not
your
really.
footage and stuff. Essentially,
That's not how the government works, and the FAA isn't a part of that either. So it's like they don't have to.
I guess you're right.
I mean, you can fight it and be like, "Nah, it wasn't me," But
Sure. I guess you're right. I never really thought of that. Moral of the story,
and it's
guys,
just
just be smart. You could still give it to the man. Still, crush that
well,
office
like
building
honestly,
and things. Just
like, you've been flying how long without that knowledge,
about
right? And
3.5
you've never had a
years.
problem with
4.
it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
as long as you're smart, you're not going to have a problem. But, do be aware that there are regulations and
now.
whatnot in place. Yeah. Well, not, yeah.
Yeah.
It has been
Well,
for a while.
I think you were pretty right about it as far as, as of right now. I don't know that, the police are gonna come knocking at your door because you killed the office park. Give it
Yeah.
another year and a half
Like,
or
honestly,
so.
as long as you don't fuck stuff up, I
Sure.
doubt people are gonna have a problem with it, Like,
Sure. Well, I mean, there's always going to be those select few, and I'm not saying it's going to be any of us or any of our crews or anything like that, but there's always going to be that one person who doesn't think about it or who doesn't know or just disregards and
Yeah.
kind of ruins it for all of us.
Or gets themselves hemmed up in a fuck ton of money trouble.
Oh, dude.
Any kind of ticket from the government or FAA can't be cheap, you know? Like,
So, okay.
that
So
shit's
here's
gotta
a
be ridiculous.
question that I've got. This I wanted to ask it in one of the comments, but I didn't feel that it was appropriate because it was kind of, I don't know. Okay, so the in the United States, Disneyland Disneyland has its own protected airspace. Now, you aren't able to fly over it. You aren't able to fly around it. You aren't able to do pretty much about anything without the approval of Disney. Now, if you guys have been living under a rock, Disney is probably one of the biggest corporations that we got. Well, China's got now, but anyways, you can't fly anywhere within or over Disney. Now, when it comes to NSA buildings, national security buildings, governmental national security buildings like the IRS building or this, that, and that, it states that you are what is it? They like it's like they're asking you not to fly here. Yeah, it's like they're asking you to voluntarily not fly here. So technically you can, but you probably don't want to. Kind of like, so I don't know. What I thought was so odd was that why is it that Disney can dictate whether somebody can fly in and or around their airspace, but like some of our national security governmental buildings, our NSA buildings, just ask you not to.
I mean, it's the same with cities and whatnot. Certain cities have it in place where they have a certain airspace around their city, so you're not allowed to fly in or around it. And Disney is its own city for all extensive
that's
purposes.
like airplanes and stuff too, right? Like the airspace around Disney.
Yeah.
So airplanes in general can't have a route.
Well, yeah, I
over-
mean, you could do that with a small town. It's just normally a small town, their airspace doesn't go up into commercial space where Disney might because they're that big of a place, you know?
So is it just because of the density of the the density of the population within that area then?
Oh, I have no idea what dictates it. I'm just saying, even a city can regulate its own airspace, you know, like to a sense. It can be classified what they want.
Huh. High trust is not regulated. It could be owner of said property. Oh, okay. Inside a building is not under FAA rules.
Yeah, anything under a roof isn't FAA because you're not in airspace anymore.
He's saying Philly Mike has not paid a dime on his case from FAA for $184 billion. I don't know who Philly Mike is, but there's no fly zone at time. The operation should pay for it. Oh, I would imagine they do pay for it. I'd imagine they do pay for it.
Yeah, that's what it is. You ask for it's like the new Lanix system where it's online. You can do it on your phone.
Well,
You
I just
basically
thought
just
it was
ask for approval and they approve it or deny it, you know. In some
sure.
places you do need more permits, more
I
testing
would just
in
think that
place.
a governmental building would just because it can and because of how important said building might be, that they would
Well,
put
I mean,
said
said buildings probably have regulated airspace above them. You know, like
yeah,
it may not be illegal to fly a drone around it,
right.
but it is because of the airspace around it, you know?
Okay. Okay.
Like they're not going to say you can't fly drones around state or government buildings
Right.
because that, you know, that's too broad of a blanket, but they'll just let the airspace dictate where you can and can't fly, you know? Like you can't fly anywhere near DC.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah. That was another big no-no. Anything around DC, the White
yeah.
House, they'll shoot you. Just straight up, not your drone, they'll shoot you under the goggles. Um well, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess I was really just kind of looking into it too much. You know, I've been like,
Yeah.
man, because we have an IRS building here in Kansas City, and technically, I guess that would fall under an NSA building. I think. Um, so I was just like, what's keeping me from going out there and just diving the shit out of the IRS building, other
I
than,
mean the
I mean,
same
if it
thing that was, you
regulated
know,
airspace, but like,
a month ago when you didn't know.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah,
you
but
can
now
do
I
it. The
know.
risk is the
Damn
risk has
it.
always been there. That's the thing.
Sure.
Is that risk has always been there. The only thing that changed is you just now know about it, you know? Like so it yeah, you know, it's like with skateboarding. Like yeah, you're not supposed to skateboard in some places, you know. They don't want you skateboarding on the sidewalk. They don't want you skateboarding on the road, you know, like it just
Right.
depends on where you are and what's going on. But
Sure.
as long as you're not being a dick while you're skateboarding, most people generally don't give a shit, you know? Like,
I like that analogy. I'm a sucker for a good analogy. I'm a sucker for a good analogy. That was a good one. I might steal that and use that somewhere. All right. Well, let's move on. I do appreciate you clearing all that up for me, because my brain just, when I read some of these and I hear some of this stuff and I think, me personally think it's nonsense, then my head goes into weird places and I start coming up
I
with these
mean,
like,
so like, and it's also now because, so in a sense, like you've been using drones or quads more as a hobby, as a toy, you know? Like,
right,
it's not, I mean, it's not a toy, but that's kind of what it has been. It's been a stress reliever, a thing to go out and do flips and tricks and stuff, which it is. But it's also still small scale aviation, you know? You're
right,
still occupying airspace and whatnot. But now because you're learning about these rules and regulations, you're kind of like, oh shit, you know? Like it I mean, it is small scale aviation. You're flying something, you know?
oh,
Like
absolutely.
you are actively piloting a, you know, couple pound thing whipping through the air.
As long as it
So
doesn't,
there should be, you know, there should be some sort of rules. Like it can't just be
absolutely.
lawless because then you got people just doing dumb shit because they will and can, you know, but I also don't feel that it needs to be regulated in the sense like where it's going, you know? Like
Right.
remote ID doesn't on a recreational sense it doesn't make sense to me. Like the only time like if you're flying an aircraft of decent size that's carrying like let's say a full size fucking camera or something, then yeah, I can see having remote ID because that can cause some real damage, if not, you know, hurt or kill somebody when it, you know,
Sure.
getting crushed by, you know, 20-pound drone whipping through the street or something. Like, you know, that's a possibility. So that makes sense. Having GPS on that size of a drone makes sense. One, because even airplanes have black boxes and stuff, you know,
Oh
any
yeah.
airplane in the air, you can grab your phone and get on Google and look up, and it'll show you all the planes that are above you right now. You know, like,
Right.
okay, that makes sense. But me having to broadcast my location publicly as the operator, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't like that because that, one, the general public doesn't need to know where the fuck I'm at to begin with. Like, that's
I
not
want to know.
public info. It shouldn't be. I mean, if you know where my drone is, you know I'm in the vicinity, but you don't need a pinpoint location. And that falls like as normal aircraft too. They don't require pilots to have a GPS log equipped to their belt or showing where they are. There's just a black box on the plane, you know,
Right.
because that's the thing that's going to cause damage, not the pilot standing under a tree, you know, like, I think that's bullshit, you know.
Well,
And for anything recreational, because all they want to do is get money for people using them more now, right? But it's like, if you require anyone to, if they want to do it recreational, to get a license, you're gonna bar the entry of it tenfold.
oh yeah.
You know, like,
Oh, so much.
it's already an expensive entry, let alone the hassle and the thought of having to get a federal license to fucking chill with your kid in your backyard tooting around. You know, like, it's just
Well,
kind of
not only is it
shitty.
going to, hinder people getting into the hobby, but it's going to hinder companies within the hobby. Because, I mean, not only are, we as pilots going to have to comply with this, manufacturers are going to have to comply well before we do. You know, they're going to have to equip, modules and things to their product before they ship it out, before they send it out, and everything else. Like, and I'm sure just putting all that extra stuff into it is not going to be cheap, and it's going to be extra regulations on top. So a lot of these mom and pop, small little FPV companies and things, I don't know the full extent of it yet, but I would imagine that's going to hurt a lot of people and a lot of companies. And so we're going to be left with, like, just these big companies. We might just have only Emacs frames and flight controllers kind of thing. I might be
Yeah, and I
exaggerating it a
mean,
little bit, but
so, like, well, that's just
that's
with binding flies, you
yeah.
know, like,
Well, sure,
so people
exactly.
like us who build our own quads, we
But
should be like, we don't have to have RFID and shit like that
well,
in our
no, but
quads
we don't. But I mean,
until
but how many of
September.
us? How many times have we had a person interviewed on here, and we get to the question, "How'd you get into your drones?" And they're like, "Oh, I bought the Ishin Wizard." How many
Yeah,
people, for their first drone,
very true.
went
Yeah, I
out and
bought a
got a
binding
binding
fly.
fly?
Yeah,
Now you don't have the Ishin Wizard. You don't have the RC, Leopard. You don't have these binding fly things anymore. You have
yeah,
Emacs Eagle One. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying.
right.
Just like you don't have the availability of all these other motors and flight controllers and things like that.
Well, it's gonna shit on the little companies in a sense. To well, that's, I don't know, because I don't think they're limiting the sale of individual parts.
No, parts and
They're
pieces
just
and
saying,
things, no, but like,
yeah, but they're just saying if you buy a bind and fly or ready to fly, it's gonna have remote ID. It has to have it built into it, which at that point, like, we as us, we only have until September anyways, until our quads technically need to have remote ID on it, even in a recreational sense, you know,
right.
like, so, having it built, I don't think that's going to matter. They're just going to have it, and, like, I don't know, the discussion of ignoring it completely, like, I get it. If enough people just say fuck that, that's stupid, like, they're going to get the hint, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot of people taking the hit for that as well before
Oh, absolutely.
anything's done. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I personally don't want to have to buy that shit because we're already like a 3-inch with a full-size GoPro and a 6S battery on it. It's already pushing weight. And now you got to have me fucking strap in another box to broadcast bullshit for what? For whom? You know,
I
like,
agree. I
how is it
100%
helping
agree.
anything? You know,
Night Train,
like
Night Train is very very on top of it tonight. Night Train,
yeah,
do
exactly.
you
Yeah,
you want to join us on
you want to
stream?
hop in here, man?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
for real.
Well, come on down here. Let
I'm gonna go
me
grab a water real quick.
yeah, let me press some buttons and do some things and stuff, and I'll get you in here. Let's see. How do I do this? Da-da-da. I don't know how Discord works. Da-da-da-da-da-da. How do I
If
do
he
this?
wants to hop in, we can just move to the quad corner one.
Yeah. Let's do that. Here. We're gonna go to Stream Talk. Night Train. If you want to join in, jump on over to Stream Talk in the Discord. We'll drop you a link. Confirm. Hello.
Bro.
Let's see here. Discord live stream. Bam. Alright, I should be there. Alright, let's see. I gotta bring you back. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're back. There's that one. And then
He's about to hit the sack
yeah.
anyways.
That's all right. We appreciate you keeping this chat going because this is a real topic. This is a real conversation that we should be having for real. I mean, as much as we don't want it, it's coming. So one thing I did make a comment about this on one of the questions that just kind of sparked my brain, but like to me, going through this course, hearing all the information, seeing how the typical FAA questions are worded and what informations and stuff you're having to use to find them and this, that, and the other. A lot of it just seems very old and almost outdated. But to that, at least on that, it's old but very valuable information that I don't think should go away, but I think should be somehow updated. So for me right now, like,
Give me an
seeing this,
example.
well, so it just seems that like we're taking a lot of this old stuff and trying to make it work into the new stuff instead of almost kind of redoing it. So like, where was an example? What was the question? It was actually a latitude and longitude question that I had today. On one of my quizzes. It was like, well, what is a latitude line measure on a chart or something? It was worded a lot different than that, but it was basically, what is a latitude line measure? And I'm going through my head and I'm like, latitude is the north and south. The equator splits it right in the middle. Everybody knows this thing. It's not a hard concept to grasp. It's measuring a degree, of north and south. The answer ended up being, and I got it right because the other two just didn't make any kind of sense to it, but the answer was the latitude line. What does it measure? It measures latitude. I'm dead serious. That was the answer. It measures latitude in degrees.
Yeah.
And
It
so
matters. Yeah, that's
so
it.
that
Just
that's what
measures
should
it,
makes
yeah.
me spark or so it's something that small, so minuscule, just made my brain go, why'd you say it like that? Who wrote that question and how long ago? Why hasn't this been kind of updated to have questions about, what could happen now or what could happen in the possible future? I don't know. It was just something so minuscule that set my brain off, and it was like, why are you just dumb? Sure, what does latitude measure? It measures latitude. Of course it does. It doesn't measure how long, time is. I don't know. I'm just kind of ranting on it, but it was a dumb question.
It was too
It
easy.
was too easy, and I had to overthink it to underthink it and to figure out the answer, and I didn't like it. I didn't like how much brain power I had to use for such an easy question. FAA, make it easier. But so when you took the test and you said that each time they give you the test it's pretty much randomized, so there's no guarantee as far as what's going to be more on the test, what would you say would be a good general thing to know? Like how deep do I need to study is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean, it, that all depends on how you learn. I mean, take your practice tests, and if you're not passing your practice tests, then you need to study more. It's hard to know with like what you're studying
Right?
and how often and what you already know. Like
Sure.
I don't want to tell you, you don't need to fucking study, and then you fucking bomb the test. Like
Well, I get my money back, so it's okay. It's okay.
I also don't think Pilot Institute will let you schedule a test until you're passing your shit.
I'm I'm not worried about passing it. That's fine.
Yeah,
But
but I mean, I would say like it's not something you have to pay a college course to go do.
sure.
You know, like
Yeah, it was like
it
a hundred
shouldn't
some
it
bucks.
shouldn't take months and months and months. You know, like you could probably. I mean,
I'll check it out, A-Train.
most of the people watching us who have flown for a few years could probably spend, I'd say, 2 weeks maybe studying
Right.
and pass it. Just because a lot of it is common knowledge, a lot of
Sure.
it you just know because you've been part of the community
I will
slash
say
industry, and it's
I
been
do
talked
find
about
myself
before and stuff.
overthinking, right?
And yeah, I don't know. I'm confident 2 weeks would be able to get people passing
I am too.
of general studying. Like you don't have to study hardcore, but the
No.
first week, maybe sit there, take a bunch of practice tests, see where you're answering most of the questions wrong.
What was
write it down, do some resources on that.
what was the hardest part for you personally? I know where mine
Mm,
is.
so
And Night Train, I'm definitely gonna check out this Tony and Chelsea channel. If
RFID, I
yeah,
didn't find out because I didn't pay for a course.
all right,
I didn't find all that much information on it,
yeah,
so I was kind of weak in that area. Like I know I got at least one question wrong on that,
yeah.
so I had no fucking clue.
Well, Night Train earlier was also saying that, excuse me, I mean, the test and everything is being updated, and that some of the questions in there are just kind of throwaway questions there to kind of throw you off. Sorry, I get hiccups all the time. Yeah, throw you off your game. So I guess that kind of makes sense to have just something kind of so dumb. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just kind of overthinking some of it, and I'm thinking that it should be harder than what it actually is, and so I don't know. I'm not super worried. I'm confident everybody's gotten it. I'm on the 107 train late, but yeah, it's gone good. But if you guys, Tony and Chelsea,
Confident that you'll do fine at it, man. You know.
well, as
And
long as I
honestly, just
got,
take the practice test because I mean, Pilot Institute, I've heard lots of people say good things
oh
about.
yeah,
So I'm
he,
assuming they tell you what questions you got wrong on your practice test
oh yeah,
and the right
every
answer, you know?
yeah every quiz that they've given me, I've ended up passing in either the 80 to 90 to 100% in that quiz just because they do allow you to go back. But I'm also I'm also the kid that has almost filled up an entire 5 subject notebook on just notes on every little thing. Like, so the Pilot Institute is really good. If you don't want to do doodly shit as far as
I
taking
have.
notes or anything else, like they literally spoon feed you in this course. Um, but
I have all my 107 notes actually right here in front of me.
that's essentially what I want. I want all my 107 notes, so when I need it, I can refer to this. Or if I have a buddy who wants to go in, because Maddie wants to check out the course, or
It
check
looks
out the
like
107. But
weather. Oh yeah, something I thought I was weak in was reading the weather call outs.
that's actually what I'm
Like
about to start tomorrow. Yep.
The CTAR and Unicom and all that stuff.
Oh,
I was really weak in that because I have a bunch of information on that.
what do you mean?
But
Oh, you mean like you had too much information?
no, I'm looking at the notes I took because I have the notebook where I took all my 107 notes and stuff.
Right.
And I'm looking through it, and just based off on like the amount of information I have written down, most of it seems to be around METAR. So I'm
Oh
assuming
yeah.
that's what I was weak at. I kept failing those questions, so I studied hard on it and
Oh
wrote
yeah.
down a bunch of notes on it.
Well, I've I got a book myself, and you know, like you said, I feel very I feel very confident. And honestly, anybody at home ever wanting to get into it, if you haven't already, it's pretty easy. And we're an entire community of just support essentially. So you got people like 608 and Night Train here who will help coast and guide you through it, and answer all your goofy little questions and things you might have along the way. So um, I'm sure I'll come back to it again. You know, I've still got a couple more days until I reach that 100% and stuff. So we'll see, we'll see.
Have you scheduled your test yet?
Nah, not yet. Like I said, I'm in the 60% mark within my the course. I was assuming that you would schedule the test, pretty much after you finish the course, and it was pretty easy to get to and take. Or is that something that I do need to look into, like pre-scheduling?
You do have to pre-schedule it on the website.
Oh, okay.
You do have to you have to physically go in and take one.
Right, I
But you have
remember
to pre-schedule it first.
that.
And it requires you to create a account on a website. I'm not 100% sure what the website is, but I'm sure if you Google it, you can figure it out. But yeah, you definitely need to pre-schedule it. That's a must.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll definitely check that out then. And Night Train, I
I do it
agree.
for schedule like 30 days in advance. Yeah, I scheduled it for 2 weeks in advance to kind of force myself to do it,
Oh, kind of force yourself to have that study time and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Because if I would have done it a month out, my ass would have waited,
Yeah. I'm starting to get to the point to where I'm like, maybe devoting 4 to 5 hours in the morning in the day isn't enough. So I have been trying to like get a chapter or two in, like in the evening times and stuff here and there. But yeah, I think if I actually legitimately like scheduled my date to take the test, then I'm giving myself a deadline that I have to meet and stuff, so I can get my ass in
I
gear a
need
little
that
bit more.
though. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I do too.
I'll procrastinate forever if I don't.
I do, dude. I do too. I've been procrastinating pretty bad this week, and it's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, Night Train is on top of that chat tonight. Thank you, brother. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end up doing that. I'll look and see what a week or two is from today, and I'll go ahead and schedule it for next month.
Mm-hmm.
But
That way you're committed. You have a date where you're like, all right, like you can. I would say do it 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. That way you have a whole week of continuing doing what you're doing.
Right.
And then the second week, if you need to really focus on a few things that you could work on, and then you should be good to go.
With a support system like you guys, there's no way I'm gonna fail. Fucking A.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
let's pop on over here. We're gonna start tonight with a man who has no fear of the FAA because he doesn't have to worry about it. This is our island boy. This is the Windjumbe. I don't know. I might have caught one of his new ones or one of his older ones earlier in the 30-minute start, but man, it was kind of high. It was nice and slow, cinematic feel, and it was just one of those where it's like, it just kind of makes you angry that you're not there with Windjumbe. Every time I see this, I always feel like I'm watching the real life version of Liftoff Simulator. Well, so as of right now, the remote ID module is essentially what's going to be, I mean, I'm assuming the most popular around freestyle pilots, because, again, we're going to all have to be registered and shit. have to put remote IDs in their binding flies and stuff. So if you already purchased it, it's already there. But within, you know, all of our retro stuff, we have to add a module to the radio, and that's what 608 was talking about. But like, as of right now, it's pretty damn expensive, isn't it? I've been hearing it's like upwards of $200 or so just to get the modules and things for your radios and your drones.
I think, I don't know what their plan is for on body, but I thought it would just be a phone antenna. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what they would charge for the module for your quad. I'm assuming, you know, 150, 250 bucks, something like that.
Well, I mean, within the course, automatically getting you in trouble, bro. Yeah, within the course, the guy was, or Greg, the guy was just talking about how, like, pilots would have, you know, we would have to have a module on our radios as well as the drone itself and things and shit. And just like, if I have to purchase that in order to make my shit fly, I almost kind of don't want to, you know? We're gonna see what Drone Poison has to say. Oh, bro, let's go.
Sick, dude, yeah.
Very cool. Ooh, that hurts.
Going in the jungle with these boys. Where are we at? The young bucks right here trying to smoke this old guy. Freaking in the jungle.
Nah, Drone Poison ain't that old.
It's drone poison. On an adventure.
Ain't that old, bro.
Here ripping with Finley, FPV, and Wyatt Humphreys. Whoa. It's a little slippery.
Could be flying monster trucks in a month.
I see that.
Woo!
You guys are.
Hell
an
yeah,
adventure.
Night Train. Andy's stoned and buzzed.
Damn it.
Same. Fucking, so monster trucks. There are trucks coming to Kansas City within like a month or so.
Yeah.
I was actually I think it's Roshi. Master Roshi is the big one in the monster truck thing. I was actually thinking about hollering at Master Roshi and seeing if this was one of their crews, and seeing if I could just pop on for fun.
Sorry if my footage is super shaky, guys. I don't stabilize, and I forgot to.
I don't want to get paid.
Turn on
I mean, I would
Hypersmooth
love
for
to
you.
get paid for it, sure. But
Yeah,
I
could be a
almost
multi-buy.
would just kind of want to do it for the experience.
Oh yeah, raw dogging it.
and everything.
I normally don't ever.
Yeah, that would be
Ever
dope.
stick cam, so. All right. All right. Who we got here? Finley.
What's up?
What's up? This is Finley FPV. You guys all like and sub his channel. Check him out. Phenomenal pilot.
Finley
A lot
FPV.
of videos of this bridge. Him over here killing it. We got Wyatt over here. He's a fly fish specialist in the house.
Fly fish
Likes killing the bridge as
specialist.
well, and all of his spot battles he's been working on, right? What's that all about?
Dude, just trying to like make FPV more accessible by doing levels instead of just a.
Are you battling against somebody or just yourself?
Just me. Just me. Just making it
So
harder.
who
each
rates
time.
the levels? You?
Yeah,
Making it
All
more
right.
Yeah.
accessible.
Sometimes
I
So
like it. I like it. Always
I,
pushing
within
me,
this
challenging
last
yourself to
week,
go harder. Next level,
I
leveling
have.
up. Anyways, I'm
I've
gonna
been
get out of here
searching-
and do some
I've
ripping.
been
Hope you guys
searching
enjoy.
for
You want
for
me to hand launch?
some fun summer toys, essentially, summer gas toys and
Let's
things
do a
like
hand
this, right?
launch.
So, anyways,
Yeah. Here, wait. Let me get a
um,
video of it
I
for the boys.
I had some stuff up on Marketplace for sale, and
Right.
this guy
3,
commented.
2,
It was like, hey
1,
man, I like this, blah blah blah, I want that. Are you interested in trades? I'm like, Not really. Where was I going with the story? I don't remember where. I don't remember what point I was trying to make with the story. Oh shit. Pretty much green all year. 5 monster trucks.
I'm asking, Holy Spirit, I'm asking. So sick of always relapsing. Keep on sneaking my past in. On this road, I ain't lasting. I even tried some fasting. Try pouring into my passion. These fake smiles I'm acting. Can you hear me?
So weed is legal in Missouri now.
Yeah. Marijuana is now recreationally illegal. I got a whole piece of grandpa stash tonight. I got the grandpa thing now. But if you guys are watching the stream, like, whoa, somebody's got a crazy connection right there. You get that? He went from one bridge to the next.
Mistakes have got me drowned inside. I think I'm dying silently. The truth is hard to swallow. It'd be easier to lie to me. Let go of my treasures and this emptiness inside of me. So much selfishness is in my heart right now. Think the only
got any plans for the summer this year?
Yeah, I
You guys didn't know. Mr. 608 and I are going to be hosting down at Muncie, or in Muncie, Indiana this year for MultiGP IO. Things are getting underway, things are happening, plans are being made. I just received word, and this is 608, you're gonna love this. We have a special guest joining us this year. Our special guest is none other than the man himself, Phantom FPV. Phantom FPV will be joining us this year down at IO in Muncie, Indiana. He's going to show us what's up. He's going to be hanging out at Freestyle Sale.
You can get your butt cheek signed from him.
Oh, you can get more than just one butt cheek.
I'm gonna get both cheeks
I was
signed.
just about to say, I'm gonna get
Phantom.
And you too can get your butt cheek signed if you just come and hang out with us and get yourself a waffle. Yeah, pour yourself a cup. Oh, that was dope.
Pour your cup of waffle.
Pour yourself a cup of waffle while Phantom signs your butt. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be full of absolute nonsense and everything else in between.
It'll make more sense once you get there.
But yes, Maddie FPV. Oh, what up, Flaney? Maddie FPV actually set that up. And so we got confirmation that Mr. Phantom is gonna be a coming down. I think he said it was like a 19-hour drive.
Probably. He's in the Carolinas. He's got a fucking bounce. That's quite a bit. Indiana's still, I mean, it's East Coast time, but it's still like in the middle of the fucking country. It's fucking long to drive across, too.
Oh,
And there ain't nothing there.
Nothing. I hope he flies. If anything. I hope he flies. I don't know. From what I was told, he's driving, but I don't know.
Guys are freaking beasts.
Freaking beast. Throwing poison, you're a freaking beast. I'm gonna cut you short. I should have cut you short a little while ago, but we just talking about stuff.
A dab station? I don't know. Is Indiana legal?
I don't know.
And I mean, it's on FAA grounds, so I don't know about that.
Wait. I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
I don't know either.
not.
We'll look into it, Night Train. We'll look into it. To be determined. We're gonna go no professionally, but
yeah. Oh, definitely.
On a personal level, hard maybe.
Well, no. Professionally is a hard no. Personal level is a total yes. Totally, yes, 110%. If you think that I'm gonna be making it to IO without a little bit of medicine in my pockets, y'all crazy. Cause,
Not me, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. I mean, I'm gonna throw it out the window once I leave Missouri.
Only thing I use to get high is HQ props. Ayo.
Oh, that was hot.
Bam.
Oh,
Insert concert logo there.
that was pretty good actually. So good I almost forgot to announce. Look at this man go. This is none other than the German beast. Get something. Went to a party at new friend of his Monroe brother. Congratulations. You know, as legal as it is, I'm only gonna do it at home. I'm not bringing it anywhere. I don't drive with the shit. Like,
are we doing a car track at IO? Is that official?
You know, I wouldn't mind it. We could definitely do it. I was thinking of picking up just some cones and mini flags, and then after that, all we really need is a shovel, a spade, and maybe like a decent rake. Yeah. I've got a pile of wood over here that is just begging to be made into like some obstacles or like a little wooden truss bridge kind of thing, you know? So I wouldn't mind it. I mean, so we're gonna be bringing our trailer down as well, so we'll have, you know, extra room to bring some stuff. So we might nail some pieces of wood and glue some sticks and things together, and you know, make something to bring down there. But I don't think the track is going to be pushed as hard.
Yeah, I mean it wouldn't be, but
yeah, I think it's really just something to bring. Oh yeah, I'm bringing mine for sure, but I don't know that it's going to be like a main event. It's really just going to be kind of like you want to burn some packs while everybody's out flying and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You know, but it'll be a good time, man. I'm looking forward to it. Breakfast, coffee, track. We've got sponsors. Gank. I think I told you Gank hit me up and has a whole bunch of banners and stuff. And he was excited, ready to go. Sounds like a great time. Sounds like a great time. Are you camping?
Probably.
Tent camping?
Yeah.
So Maddie is reserving an RV as well. So come camp with us. Like, just pitch out and right up with us. Things.
I'll just sleep under it.
Absolutely. That's
like
what I'm saying.
Fucking hobo. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'll probably join you. We'll put some pillows up and we'll get some bed sheets and make a fort out of it, dude. No girls allowed.
I mean, all we really need is fucking bug net. We'll be A-okay.
Oh, dude.
That'd be sick, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Dude, just get a hammock. So I have a few camping hammocks, right? So I have an expensive one and I have a cheap one. My expensive one is a Hennessy hammock, and it has a built-in bug net, and you zip into it from the side.
Yeah, my little
you
brother
can lay
has one of those.
sideways and shit. Yeah, dude, it's super nice, right?
Dude, I wondered why. I was like, I asked him, I was like, dude, why would you spend that kind of money on this? And he goes, go lay in it.
Use it.
Go
Yeah,
lay
go
in
use
it. And I did. And within the first,
you don't
first
banana
lay
it.
down. Yeah.
It's asymmetrical,
It's
so you don't banana it, and you lay like straight, so it's more like a normal bed.
Yeah, It's crazy.
It's great. And then
I'm just cruising
but yeah, the
along.
bug
This is
net's nice,
air
but
nerd
you
having
can
fun.
hang those on the end of your bike, or like, cause you don't have to use them as a hammock. You can use it as just a on the ground tent if you wanted to. I've done that, but I end up using my cheap hammocks more because I'm not worried about damage them, you know?
Right. Yeah. No,
I'm like, I'm going out somewhere. I can grab my $20 one and stuff it in my backpack, and it just ends up getting used more because it's with me more because I'm not afraid of damage. You know, like if I break my fucking Hennessy hammock, I'm gonna be a real fucking salty. You know,
No,
a couple $100.
So this is our KC local air nerd. He's getting out and ripping with the KC locals. They made their way out to a park. This park is right across the street from our race area or whatever, race location. But yeah, a whole bunch of homies got together this last weekend. I was moving stuff into the storage, so I wasn't able to join. But it looks like he's getting out there and having a blast. Air nerd, he just hit his 5-inch, and it looks like he's comfortable as shit.
He just went digital too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
But this one, as you guys can see, is that good old analog. So, digital and analog have been out for a number of years. What? Because it's a discussion in the KC Freestyle page all the time. Like, give it a couple of months, and then it comes back up. But personal preference, analog versus digital, and why? 608 version.
Analog versus digital and why? Well, obviously you get digital.
Nice. Nice little backflip within the
What do you call it? Gazebo?
Digital.
Yeah.
Gazebo. There you go.
Just digital. It looks better. You get better penetration. Now I've only flown with DJI on V1 goggles with Vistas. I've never used an air unit. I've never used V2 goggles. Nope.
Like ever?
No, never owned one. Never used one. I've only used and owned the Vista.
I mean, I guess it's really not a need.
They were always more expensive, and I had, and you always had to have some weird way to mount it, so I just didn't, I always just went with the Vista, I don't need an onboard recording.
Sure.
I've
never used one. I have one from when I bought Fixit's old stuff. Air nerd getting comfortable under them sticks. Them power looks are looking good, bro.
Jackpot.
Look at that goofy ass face.
You just get, it's more the penetration, Zane. Being able to get behind stuff and get behind stuff at longer distances.
Mr.
It's just where it's at. I don't know. I tested them. I went out to my grandparents' house, flew around in the woods. And, in places I wouldn't even try to go because I know my range would have been garbage with analog. I was doing just fine with DJI.
Night Train. I have 8 drones that aren't FPV quads. Okay, so I'm just reading that word. It's 11 quads in total, 8 non-FPV and 3 FPV. That sounds kind of like Dr. Steele. This is good. I think I would agree. Penetration is definitely where it's at. The better you see, the better you fly. The more confidence you have, the better. Ease and convenience of setup. Analog versus digital.
I feel like it's the same. You do the same shit.
Ease of I don't know how to say that. How easy is it to know your oh shit numbers?
So I have my goggles set up where I have it set on high quality mode and focus mode on auto. So what that does is it chooses like what it feels like, I guess. Like I don't know what's happening on a technical side, but to me it's almost the same as getting blurriness or pixels, like in other systems where as your video signal gets worse, the focus mode and blurriness on the sides creeps in towards the middle more and more, So like I kind of use that. Like I don't pay attention to the little symbol if it goes red or not. Like that I don't really care much about because it's more so about my megabytes per second. So I don't know, judging on how much my focus mode is being activated, I kind of know when I should start worrying about my video.
And then, so Night Train, I agree with Night Train as well. Digital is easy, self-buying. That's pretty much why you should pick Crossfire over any other, RS system. Whether you're doing long range or not, just for ease and convenience. I don't know. I guess I'm just so comfortable with my, with my analog, and I've never really fly an area where I need a lot of penetration either. So I guess that's never really been a thing. I don't know, because I fly both. And I love both. So I always find myself playing the devil's advocate in these conversations, defending one or the other. And I'm just.
I mean, the only thing that analog has on digital is two things: range. But that's range most of us would never use it for, and price.
Oh yeah, we got a double shot of my man PG. Oh no, not a double shot. We got another KC local ripping the same spot. This is PG FPV. He's got a park rip. All right, I'm sorry, brother. My brain just on me. Get some PG. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
What now?
Oh, as far as
I was just saying the only two things that the analog has on digital is range and cost.
And what? Cost.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look up to the sky. That is true. I wonder, do you see us down here? But I mean, honestly, if you want to get into digital and you're not looking for the biggest and the best, getting into DJI right now is pretty cheap. Actually,
I mean, yeah, you can get into it the same price as analog.
as
I mean,
far as
honest-
keeping it up and things.
honestly, at this point, you should buy DJI goggles or oh man, I don't even know HD0 ones. Like,
So HD0 and Vox now are about the exact same.
I like even if you plan on running analog, you're better off buying DJI goggles than doing analog, just so you have the ability
It's easy to blame God, but harder to fix things. We look in the sky like, why ain't you listening? Watching the news in our living rooms on the big screens and talking about if God's really real and where is he? You see the same God that we're saying might not even exist becomes real to us, but only when we're dying in bed. When you're healthy, it's like we don't really care for him then. Leave me alone, God, I'll call you when I need you again. Which is funny, everyone will sleep in abused and blame God for our problems like he's sleeping on you. We turn our backs on him, what do you expect him to do? It's hard to answer prayers when nobody's praying to you. I look around at this world we walk on. It's a smack in the face, don't ever tell me there's no God. And if there isn't, then what are we here for? And what are y'all doing down there? I don't know, Lord.
I don't fly fast enough to notice that anyway. My reaction speeds are not that fast to what it is. So that part but like, I don't know. It's just so easy for me to grab, my fat sharks and go and pop them on and just throw them into like a to-go bag kind of deal, rather than my digital. But I don't know. Depending on what you're buying in analog, video-wise, you could be paying close to about the same. Like, you can get a KWADX with the Runcam. What is that? The Runcam. Something.
Link or whatever.
Maybe is it the Runcam Link? Is that it? I don't know. I have it on one of mine. One of my Vistas that I'm not using at the moment. It's not a bad camera. It's it's alright. But you can get that whole setup for right at about $100, $115 something or so. If you search around for it. But if you're paying, I would put about $30, about $25 to $30 into a decent VTX. I would probably put about another $35 into a camera. Probably about 35, maybe even a little bit more, depending on what said camera can do, and the clarity and everything. And then you're probably also paying about another $10 to $20 on an antenna. So as far as the upkeep, you're pretty close to about the same price range, right? Like I said, I always find
like the
myself
cheapest you
playing
can get it
devil's
is like 120, 130. But normal price for a good camera with a Vista is 160.
Oh, really?
So like, let's say you get a really good analog camera, that's like $45,
We got a double shot of
Let's
PG.
say you get a really good VTX, that's 50. And then let's say you get a really good antenna, that's 20. You're still under 120 at that point,
Yeah, you're right. I guess it is a little bit more of an upkeep.
But to be fair, it's hard, like, DJI stuff break less.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. I was saying, you know, maybe I am off my game on pricing because I haven't ever really had to like replace my pistols. I've had to replace the camera. You know, I've smashed 2 or 3 cameras. I have one Vista that I had access laying on the place to repair the UML connection. But I put a new antenna on there, and I just hot glued over the top of it, and it sits and works just fine. Now, I don't push that one as far, just in case, but honestly, it's never really usually given me any problems after MOSFET fixed the race. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far.
What do you mean?
Like I was saying, I have both my DJI and my fat truck.
Yeah.
I have 2 bags to carry. Why not consolidate it down to 1?
Yeah, for sure.
I've always been like
You
I
don't
said,
fly long range,
that
right?
kid,
You
no.
should get that. You should get that DDI adapter that takes place. It replaces the front plate.
Oh yeah.
That way you don't have a big brick hanging off the side.
That's probably what I'll do. Or at least have somebody else do that.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall.
Maybe I just need to push myself out of it.
It doesn't even matter.
Start relying a little bit more on my digital. I just feel more confident in my analog because I just know.
I think
what
you're
all I'm
thinking
looking
too
for.
hard about it, you know, like while you're flying it, you're
Probably.
trying to debate with yourself, like, well, is this really better?
Yeah.
You know, well, how do I like this? Well, what about this? You know, and like you're sitting there trying to.
Marcel, what up, homie?
What, you know, you're trying to debate with yourself over something.
I think you guys
And
are
I
right.
mean, it is flying packs with it too. Like, how many packs have you flown with your analog shit?
It would be 100 to 1 ratio for sure.
Mhm.
You know, for sure. Double shot of PG tonight. He's shown you 2 different sides of that coin. He's got a Brando on one side, and he's got a big old wide open park with some homies on the other, showing you everything is possible in FPV. Let's see what else is possible with Wallbanger coming up. That time with the crew, I rolled, turned too much to the right. A time I flew with the crew. No. There we go. Let's see what Wallbanger's up to. Marcel's home had an epic day flying drones after work with Falcon Red. Hell yeah. We send $1,000 quads all day. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. You know, for something we put so much money into, we have so little regard for when we go on to fly. Like, what other thing, anything in your life, do you go out with the intention of doing something awesome with, you know, the possibility of breaking everything? Like,
oh man,
something maybe I can get for like
any extreme sport.
I was just thinking just like dirt bikes and stuff like
Pretty much
that.
every snow.
But like, okay, but I'm not putting hundreds and hundreds of dollars into my computer to like.
No, just your body.
Well, yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I'd rather
I guess
replace
that's
a computer than my fucking body. You know?
yeah, nothing's gonna be more expensive than you are. That's for goddamn sure.
Or like your snowboard. Think about your snowboard. How much? You know, that's a couple $100, probably $600, $700, $800 at the end of it. Boots, bindings, board. Then you fucking just launch your body off that and land tail heavy.
Well, I've never snowboarded, so I would have made that.
Your BMX bike, you know, like what's your BMX bike?
But no. Once you said it, I got that. But yeah, no. Exactly. Like, as a kid, I poured hundreds of dollars into bicycles, into racing, and that's what, straight on. And then when I got into like the actual BMX part, I bought one BMX Caro back trail for like right under $1,000 or something, and I loved the bike. It was great, but in my head, I knew how much I paid for it, and so I actually never rode it that hard because I rode some of my own. But maybe that was me. But thinking about pro athletes and stuff, how much money you're putting into just like into that much abuse. It's just so crazy to think that you're putting, $400 to $500 worth of electronics into this, and then however much money you value your time is worth. Putting all that shit together.
Well, think about it. Your average 5-inch motor is $25 a piece, so that's $100 just in motors. Your average stack, $130. So that's that's $230 now, just in motors and stack. Then you're going digital, another $160. So that's $400. $400 in quad plus another $20 to $30 for whatever receiver you're using.
Yeah.
Another $3 to $5 for props. Another $10 to $20 for antenna. $20 for a 6S battery.
Right.
Whatever you want to determine fucking TPU is.
I hate thinking about how much money this stuff is.
And then the GoPro.
Do you know how easy our lives would be if we didn't have hobbies? If we were just gray and boring and just sat at home and did absolutely nothing? Think about how much money we would spend.
You don't think about it like that, because it's like, that question.
Oh,
you've probably seen it, right? Where it's like, oh, you smoke cigarettes? If you quit smoking cigarettes, in 5 years, you'd have enough money to own a Ferrari. And it's like, oh, do you smoke? No. Okay, where's your fucking Ferrari?
Yeah.
Like, if you had enough, like, if it was so easy, where the fuck's your Ferrari?
Man, where's your fucking Ferrari, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
Don't fucking smoke. Oh, fuck. I love hanging out with you, 608. It's always a good time. Bouncing shit off. So Marcel's getting back into a 5-inch. He's getting off his micro horse, and he's strapping up. Are you 4S or 6S, Marcel? Or are you like me? Are you a 5S guy? But anyways, did a front flip knife edge through a tight tree gap with a good 5-inch. Hell yes, that's what we want to see. Let's see it. Videos or it didn't happen. He's probably not gonna release it tonight. One, he just got back from ripping with the homies, so he's gotta have time to process. But he's gotta have time to put it on his own stream. you guys know, go check out Mr. Marcel Access. He's on Thursday nights. He'll be chilling, hanging out, doing his thing, live streaming. 608 will be there. I'll probably be there if I can get in there. If I can get in,
I can
or
stay awake.
huh?
I've been fucking. So if I can stay awake, I've been on like old man mode the last like
Dude, no, I
week or two.
same. I've been just drained. By the time it gets to like 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm just like done for and out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get up and I'm like cranky by about noon, and I have to have my sandwich and you know, I'm sure a nap would probably do me good. Today I was actually pretty fucking crabby after about 12 o'clock, and we weren't really doing anything. I had class, and then we started moving stuff. I was just an asshole. I need a nap, man. I'm getting back into old man mode too, so I don't know. But sun is shining, the rays are out, the people are getting out there, they're flying.
Yeah,
giving
today
us
was
new
actually
stuff.
a little warm.
Oh yeah, no snow.
Today was the first day in a well, we haven't had snow in a bit because it rained hard after it snowed, so
Right,
most of that cleared
it
up
was
pretty
gone.
quickly. But it's just been like cold and windy, and today has been like the first day in a while where I walked outside and was like, "Huh, I don't think I need my winter jacket."
What was that? Like 38 degrees?
No, it's in the 50s.
Oh, nice, nice. We had, I think it was like 54 today, something like that. I didn't pay attention. It was good. Well, I'm glad that you're able to get out. Maybe you can you know, start living outside a little bit again
Oh
and
yeah, I gotta
resume
mow the
life.
lawn.
Dude, I mowed the lawn again today. I forgot to mow the side lawn the last 2 weeks, and I've so excuse me. So, as you guys know, if you guys have been watching the stream or at least trying to, you guys know that I've been trying to battle with Google and Google Fiber. Well, one of the issues that I have with Google Fiber is when they came through, I'm so glad that they came through and that they put lines all through our neighborhoods and up and down and stuff so we could get, you know, good service. And that everybody could have, you know, these lines going to their house. I am very happy and very thankful. That is not sarcasm. But what I'm not happy about is one, when they tore up lines through our yard and then just pretty much took a shovel and just like kind of threw it back
Yep.
and left. And like there's like a quarter of my yard is nothing but dirt and crabgrass and just weeds, right? Because it's Google came in and just said, "Yep, your lines are in. Fuck you, bye." I even called Google and it was like, "Hey, am I supposed to be taking care of this giant anthill thing that, you know, your fiber guys left?" And they're like, "Oh no, we're supposed to have a crew, blah, we'll contact you." I haven't heard anything since. And that was like 3 weeks ago. Anyways, I've been laying down grass seed like nobody's business, right? For 2 weeks, I forgot to mow the side yard. It was like a fucking jungle today. Like up in my knees. It was so bad. And it felt really good. It felt really good to be able to get out there and mow my whole yard and stuff, but whew, I need to get a riding lawnmower. On top of this old man mode, I'm feeling like an old man. I'd rather get fat and just sit on a riding lawnmower all day while I do my chores. But anyways, so I hope you guys at home are out there enjoying the weather, enjoying this nice sunny times of the year until it becomes winter again, so get in all the flights you can. Come and see us in just a couple of weeks. Over, well, about a month-ish, 2 months, somewhere in there. Come see us at MultiGP IO, Muncie, Indiana. That is June 28th through till July 2nd. I don't know why I'm saying all these things weird. But
Okay, now it's your
yeah.
voice. Yeah.
You guys know what we're doing. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, we're going to blast you in the face with all sorts of things as weeks come through. Keep watching, keep showing up. If you're on the replay gang, thank you for hanging out and checking us out. If it's your first time, again, thank you. We're here every single week. 1 week it's my show, the next week 608 takes over, and he does the whole thing his way. It's a great time every time, and we hope to see you there. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm out. Oh, we saved Mr. J FPV. He's at the end of our Get On Stream Tuesday list today. And if you would like to be on stream next week, post right in here on the Discord. All the links in the description. I didn't do a description of the video tonight at all. I completely blanked on that. I was supposed to do that during the 30-minute video, 30-minute videos intro thing, and I completely spaced. I'll fix it after the stream. I'll put in the description. You guys can go check it out there. But all the links, all the things you need to know is all there. You know how this works. I fight gremlins all night to bring you some quality entertainment. With the help of 608, we will prevail. We will prevail.
Or at least try to.
At least try to. We'll fake it. And
we'll give it a good college try.
That's right. We'll tell you we know what we're doing. But let's go. Come see how the new Flyfish RC Volador. Did I say that right? Volador? Volador?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
What's a Volador?
What's a Volador? You tell me, man.
Come on now. It's the V2 frame does in flight. Epic Mandalo for sure. Smack the subscription, comment, like, share, and all that good stuff. You know how to do it. Mr. Flyfish RC. I guess Flyfish is now going by Flyfish RC for frame company purposes or something. I don't know. So
no, they're not related. It's
is Flyfish RC and Flyfish.
Yeah,
he's
they're
the fly guy now.
Not the same thing.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, and they're even spelled different. Okay. Okay, so Flyfish. That's why 608. I appreciate it. Flyfish, Maiden Flight V2, VX5 Vader, Mandaloo, Jimfan, all the good stuffs. Likes, comments, subscribes. Mr. Mandaloo is going to send us home with 6 minute and 28 video. That's all I got. What, you got anything?
What is up, my Mandalo familia? What is up, my YouTube
well,
it's been a pleasure as always.
I got the boys out here.
You have too. I don't know why I'm just like
Little J's always down with the adventures.
goodbyes.
But we had a
our
spot
videos.
that,
Not
like
like
I told you
we
guys
can't
in
do
the
it.
last video,
They
the
still know
season
we're
has
here.
started. So where
But
else
yeah,
to
thank
start?
you. It's been a pleasure. It's been a
Very
pleasure
fun.
with you
I actually started out here. My first few flights on 5 inches were out here.
Any plans for
Let's get this
next
Mandalo
week?
going, familia. One more thing.
Not yet.
Forgot
But
today.
maybe.
Last time we couldn't made in the fly
That's
fish
kind of how my
frame.
things go.
But today we will be testing out the
maybe.
fly fish.
Yeah.
We'll be telling you guys what
I
they
don't know
updated
what
on the
to do next
V2.
week.
I can tell you guys there'll be affiliated
We'll do
link down
something.
below in the video, so
We'll
check
do
out the
something.
affiliated
Oh.
link if you like savings, if you like fly
You
fish.
saw. I finally,
We're heading on the way
finally got that shirt
to
in.
big things, guys.
I finally got my
Check
shirt
them out.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Oh, it looks so cool.
The link will be down in the
it
video
looks so
description.
cool. I've already ordered another one.
V2,
I actually ordered 2
V2
more.
fly
I
fish.
hope they come in a lot faster.
Let you guys know. Shout out Team Gen Fan. Gen Fan
it
all
took
day.
about
Keep these motors
2.5
spinning,
months
baby.
to get to
what?
And as you
Yeah.
know, you got the
It took about 2.5 months to get to me.
No money for that, but let's see what we get.
I also didn't pay any kind of extra for any extra shipping. Like
One of the
any
boys,
better shipping.
High Sky
than whenever I
Celebration.
gave it.
I don't
just
know.
like
They
the
fucking
normal
just
kind of thing.
try to raise.
I don't know if something
man.
got lost in the mail or whatever.
Something. Where there was a big bubble or something.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. The shirt came out so killer, so dope. So I'm definitely putting in an order for another 2, or I put in an order for another 2. And when they come in, one's going to the lady, and then the other one I'm going to do something with for the stream. We'll do some kind of giveaway thing. And if you guys would like a shirt that hopefully that comes in faster than 2 months, you can head on over to KWADCORNER.com/store and check that out. We've got a couple things in there. And buy yourself a t-shirt, show a little bit of love, and look fly as shit this year when we're out cruising the phone. When you're doing shit.
When you're out there doing shit.
I'm scrolling through some of these comics and just chuckling at some of the ones that I didn't catch. PG, when we were talking about how much money we spend on some of these items just to throw them up in the air, I didn't catch this one. He's like, I bought a brand new GoPro Hero 11 Black Mini and slammed it off one of those bars with a banner like the 4th day of the living. Like, yep, that's what we do. We go out and we spend $400 to $500, $600, $700 in, the latest action cameras, and then we destroy them.
Send them through stealing.
Speaking of, so it doesn't bother me at all, but I am noticing like how big the market change is on action cameras and GoPros in general. So I have 2 sessions in like perfect condition. They were only flown on Cinewoof only a couple times each. They've always been wrapped up in microfiber, and so I put them up on Marketplace because I don't really need them. I could use the money to fund other summer projects and stuff like that. So I just put them up for $200 a piece. Yeah. That was what I thought was going great. That's what it was maybe about a month and a half ago. At least that's what I'm saying. And so I put it up on FPV Marketplace and a couple other FPV Steels and something else. And not even 9 out of 10. I would say 16 or 19 out of 20 emojis are the laugh emojis, and the other one is a thumbs up. And I'm like, and that's on both marketplace things. And everybody's sitting here going, "Oh, you can get these things for $100 now." And I'm like, what? Where? What if you're getting them for $100? Like I would just pick them up. They're great cameras, but like it just goes to show how quick that market changes. That I've got them at $175 a piece, ship, and then like I said, they're pretty much brand new. They're just out of the box, essentially. And at $175, everybody's still like, "What? You're crazy." I'm not looking to give away the best camera ever, but if if you want them, you could buy them. That's crazy.
Are they 4 or 5s?
5. Session 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both. Both session 5s, not a scratch on the lens, not a scratch on the case, no dings, no, I mean, really no signs that they have been used. Only other than I know that I have used them.
Oof, was feeling that. So we go mind.
Anyways, you guys come back next week. Check out whatever shenanigans we got going, brewing on. It's 608's
Hell yeah.
turn. He's got the takeover. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Love you guys. Peace.
Bye.